I will speak your questions. I will speak your questions and answers. I will speak your questions. What word describes a species that no longer exists? Which of these words describes a sardonic smile? Which of these film series began first? Which of these couples married? The seated half spinal twist is a pose in what activity? Which of these battery sizes is smallest? Batrachophobia is a Jamming was the first UK top 10 hit for which Jamaican reggae In 1984, which Coronation Street character left for Portugal with Bill Gregory? Australia and New Zealand have a long-running argument about the creation of which dessert? The most extensive section of what famous wall dates from the Ming Dynasty? An aerodynamic object is designed to reduce which form of resistance? Cardiology deals with which of these? Which of these sitcoms made its television debut first? Who was the Greek goddess of victory? A courting cake traditionally contains which fruit? Where were the Jam going in a 1980 #1 hit? The word frond refers to what part of certain plant? Which of these films starred Tom Hanks? Which football team plays at Gold Sands Stadium? On board a ship, a person. Which of these authors did not create a famous bear? What day of the week is named after? Richie Dimare is the Italian. Which pirate captain did Dustin Hoffman play? Matchmaker is a job in which of these sports? How many sides? Which of these European? Which part of? Which of these is a name for a group of? Which of these is an example? Which of these act? Which of these wrote one of the Gospels in the Bible? Which of these? In exercise with weights, rep is an abbreviation of what? In Greek what is the most common way of saying thank you in French? The symbols for sodium and phosphorus spell what word? On a ship, what is a wardroom used for? On a ship, what is a wardroom? What are ankle grazers? Who was known as the Liberace of darts? Spain and what other country share the Iberian Peninsula? What is the name of Princess Beatrice's sister? 80% of Earth's animals walk on how many? 2014 was which anniversary of William Shakespeare's birth? 2014 was. Which footballer was David Beckham's best man in 1000? A window envelope shows what part of the letter inside. The condition, prickly heat, affects what organ of the body? The What football team are nicknamed the Shrimpers? What St. Ives is a seaside resort in what English county? What does the term nesh mean? How is the orchestral instrument the tam-tam played? Which singer was Bette Midler's pianist in the 1970s? Which singer was Bette? Something that is cancrine resembles what crust? Something. Brize Norton boasts the biggest what in the UK? In what industry do clearing houses operate? In what? Which TV drama was set at Larkhall Women's Prison? Whose first UK chart entry was the 1975? Which 70s group set a trend for wearing tartan? What name is given to medication used to relieve pain? The city of Chiang Mai in Thailand stands on what river? The city of Chiang Mai. At a bullfight, where are the cheapest seats? What does the expression, to have a butcher's, mean? Which tennis Grand Slam tournament is played in January? Which tennis Grand Slam tournament is? The fez hat is usually made out of what fabric? I will speak your questions and answers. I will speak your questions and answers. I will speak your questions and answers. I will speak your questions. I will speak your questions and answers. I will speak your questions.
Morgan will speak your questions.
Hayden will speak your. This is the speed I will speak your questions. This is the speed I will speak your question. This is the speed I will. This is the speed I will speak your questions. This is the speed I will speak your questions. Which of these is a popular type of confection? Which of these birds lays the largest eggs? Which of these catchphrases appeared on TV first? Which of these is a former job of the Duchess of Sussex? Which of these dairy products has a double variety? Which of these are said to be? What are the names of Nicole Richie's two children? Which of these is not the type? What does the L represent in the text abbreviation YOLO? Which of these is an informal term? What type of warship? In the music hall song, My Old Man, Which of these countries lies entirely south of the Barack Obama used what term to mock? In the animal world. The fictional advertising Which of these publications could be described as hebdomadal? In 2018, Pharrell Williams threatened to sue Donald Trump for using which of his songs at rallies? In what Christmas film does Will Ferrell play a character called Buddy? Which religious figure is a character in the film Sister Act? James Anderson was the first English bowler to do what in a one-day international? What institution is the setting for the Stephen King story? The women's football team, founded as Bellevue Bells, are based in what town? Which TV character did Joe Pasquale play in a 2018 stage play? Glossolalia is the official term for what type of religious phenomenon? What machine is said to be able to establish if someone is telling the truth? Which of these countries uses the euro as its currency? Which of these women recorded a James Bond theme song first? What does the E? Which of these is not a type of paint? Shades is a nickname for what type of glasses? Which of these countries does not have a president? Which of these films is set? What name is given to the grub of the crane fly? Which of these is not part of a backgammon set? Which of these Italians is the old? Which of these is a Welsh slang term for a microwave oven? What is the seven bore? When was the Brexit referendum held? What is Lord Kitchener doing on the famous First World War recruitment poster? Which influential scientific journal was first published in 1869? Who sang the title theme song for the James Bond film, Diamonds Are Forever? What university competes against Oxford in the annual university boat race? Which Green Day single went back into the charts when Donald Trump visited the UK in 2018? Which American president said, "If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one?" In tin pin bowling, what is the front pin in the triangular arrangement called? The dish, oysters Rockefeller, is most common. Who wrote the award-winning Wolf Hall, centered on Henry VIII's advisor Thomas Cromwell? In what film comedy does Jack Black play a guitar-wielding supply teacher? You Ain't Never Caught a Rabbit is a line from what Elvis Presley song? What is the highest number used in children's shoe sizes in the UK? In what sport do teams change ends after each goal is scored?